Probably the biggest advantage, we were a fairly tight group with our fence as well, and we knew for sections that we really had to get done to start dropping our wild dog numbers coming in. Our section was one of them, and also the northern section was another. So we really sort of focused on doing them sections as quick as we could to prevent more predation coming in while we're still completing the rest.
We used to have a coordinated baiting program, and we still do. But yeah, I think it did bring us all a bit closer. We were able to compare notes while we were building the fence and give each other a bit of advice and that sort of thing. So yeah, that was helpful.
From one side to the other, you're looking at about, just in that river crossing itself, I think it's nearly 800 metres of swinging floodway, not all of which has got the poly belt. You know, a major flood will see a lot of netting, you know, activate with the hinge, but will be reasonably low pressure water. So it's only in that sort of high torrent areas where we saw the need for the poly belt. The rest of it, I think, will be okay without it. So that river crossing itself is about 800 metres, and it's one of 7 actual floodways in our 50 kilometres of exclusion fence.
Probably the ability to maybe reduce the kangaroo pressure, because they are in plague proportions, and we'd like to see them get back to, you know, pre-plague numbers anyway. We don't want to eradicate them all, but we certainly want to try and just get them back to a manageable level.
Predation attacks are very minimal now. We're still in the process of completely cleaning out our cluster, but we've gone from people talking about it having an attack once a week or something to very rare now. We still do have a solid baiting program, so even down to losses of lamb numbers with foxes, etc., has just dropped dramatically. You can sleep at night, that's always a big bonus. Yeah, look, I think even with the little amount of rain we've had, it's probably helped with the stress, but to be completely honest, look, after the completion of the fence, the stress level was just completely different, especially once we'd done our first run through with trapping and got the bulk of our numbers out. People could actually breathe a bit easier, especially with ewes, lambing, simple things like that. It's just made life so much easier.
Well, hoping for an increase in wool production would be number one, not necessarily a different activity, but that would, with that would come, I think we would be able to run our enterprise a little bit differently. If we could breed more animals, we'd be able to, you know, cull more selectively for our ewe breeding flock rather than trying to hang on to everything. You know, if we can sustain higher numbers through total exclusion of pests.
Probably see a lot more echidnas, etc., and things like that nowadays. Where before you'd see the odd one and that. We do have a few other things that we've sort of started to find now that we sort of didn't realise. We had simple things like rufous baton, things like that we've never had in this country that all of a sudden we've discovered are here. I think the optimism was already there, especially even on the start of the program. Just out of the employment of having to erect the fences, there was so much more employment there for those little towns, especially the likes of ours. I mean, it's nearly 300 kilometres of fence. That takes a lot of men, a lot of man hours. So job-wise, there was jobs already created as soon as we were approved. So that gave little towns and things the optimism that these could really turn things around. Look, the confidence is there.